Greetings everybody, I'm Lobo and welcome back to the garage. It has been a while, hasn't it? Anyway, the reason why we are here today is because I want to do a little bit of testing. You see, I've been working on a raid farm in my survival world, kind of improvising it, and I'm a little confused as to which blocks are spawnable for raids and which ones aren't. So we have some options here. We have grass, we have water, we have some leaves, we also have some scaffolding, and we have some glass, and we have some half slabs. And I want to see which of these spawn raids, which ones block raids from occurring. Because I've been getting some conflicting information, you know? I've been told that leaves and scaffolding are the only two blocks that can actually prevent raids from occurring, or that are non-spawnable. And yeah, that's not what my testing has shown in survival. So I just want to get a little bit of clarification on that. And let me also clarify that this is Java edition. Things may be different in Bedrock edition. They may also be different in Legacy Console edition. So just be aware of that. Right here we have my lovely assistant, whose name I have not bothered to learn yet, because yeah, we're going to be spawning pillagers near him, so let's not get too attached. Let's go ahead and start this. So first we're testing the we're testing the full blocks first, the grass blocks right here, which should be a no-brainer. These should definitely spawn pillagers. You need to get down from there. This is not safe. I did not make this a safe area for you. No. Okay. Yes, thank you. Thank you. So yes, that did spawn pillagers. That is obviously going to be able to spawn raids, as should all full blocks, right? So let's go ahead and get rid of these guys real quick, and we'll move on to our next test. So now we know that raids do indeed spawn on full blocks, but do they spawn on blocks that are not quite full? Right here we have a bunch of path blocks, and I'm curious to see if these will spawn raids as well. So we got our bad omen effect. We are now in the village with this guy, and you know, I'm gonna have to ask you to stay inside the village this time. Wow, that's just willful disobedience right there. Okay, so we'll see whether or not this is incredibly dangerous. You do realize that. That is a failed raid attempt. All right, so that is a failed raid attempt. Raids will not spawn on path blocks. And as for you, no. Let's go ahead and move on to our next test, the water test. Now, back here in the back, we do have some source blocks, and up front we have some flowing water, so we can kind of test both of those out and just see whether or not raids will spawn in water at all. So let's go ahead and give ourselves a bad omen effect, and yeah, you're stuck here this time, aren't you? You can't go anywhere. Why don't you read a book or something? Come up with some hypotheses. You think this is going to work? I personally don't think that they will spawn in water because I have not seen it yet, and I've spawned a few raids in my survival world. No, they do not spawn in water, so water is safe, which is good. All right, so I cleared out the water, and we do have some full cobblestone blocks here, and I think that we're pretty safe in assuming that raids are going to spawn on these, but since we got it here anyway, we're going to go ahead and test it out. Oh, he knows it's going to happen. He knows it's going to happen. He's getting ready for it already. All right, so let's watch this and just be sure that raids are still able to spawn in this area, which of course they are. Yeah. All right. So I'm done. We're going to go ahead and give you a little bit of peace of mind here. There we go. Much better. Next up, we have leaves, and this is one of the two blocks that are pretty much unanimously agreed upon that prevent raids from spawning. So we'll go ahead and give ourselves a bad omen effect, and this guy doesn't even appear to be worried about it, but we'll go ahead and let it charge up anyway, just so we can be sure that leaves do indeed stop raids from spawning. And it appears that they do. That is a failed raid attempt. Next up, we have our scaffolding, and this is another block like leaves, which it seems pretty much unanimously agreed upon that mobs won't spawn on these, or at least pillager raids won't spawn on these. So this is really just a formality, and I don't think you have anything to worry about. Or perhaps I spoke too soon. We had a pack spawn of raiders here. And it appears that they all spawned in one spot, of course, and yeah, but they're scared to move. That's interesting. That is interesting. I was not expecting that. Okay, I think we're going to go ahead and test out the scaffolding again, just to be sure that that previous time wasn't a fluke. Because that's interesting. And as I said, there are going to be differences between this and other editions of the game. As I said, this is Java. They might not spawn on scaffolding in Bedrock edition, but it appears that in this edition, Yeah, they definitely do. They just don't have the confidence to wander around. They don't think that there's blocks around them, so they don't move. So that is an unexpected result. And yeah, interesting. Very interesting. Next up, we are trying glass, and this is one I'm especially interested in because I do plan on using a fair bit of glass in my survival world should this actually work, and I'm hoping it will be. Like, successful in stopping the raid. Not will be successful in you know, spawning. There we go. All right, so yes, this does in fact prevent raids from spawning. I just want to try again to be doubly sure. And as I said, this is Java edition. I am testing in Java edition, but my survival world is in PS4 edition. So there's reasons why I'm testing in this edition, but they're not the point of this video. The point of this video is that yes, in this edition, glass does stop raids from spawning. And lastly, we'll see if these bottom slabs prevent raids from spawning. I did put a row of full blocks underneath, just in case these follow, like, you know, the old zombie siege rules where they'll spawn on the block beneath the half slab. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We're just gonna, me and my friend here are just gonna wait it out and see if these half slabs prevent spawning. Are you nervous? Don't be nervous. You got a fortress of leaves here. Nothing can get through this. This is impenetrable. And yeah. Slabs do in fact stop the raids. So in conclusion, it seems to me that raids do follow pretty standard mob spawning rules, just disregarding the light level because they will spawn at pretty much all light levels, right? So full blocks, yes, they will definitely spawn on those. Partial blocks, probably not. Transparent blocks, probably not. So yeah, I think we did a pretty good test here. This definitely answered a lot of my questions that I had. Hopefully, if you came looking for this video, it helps you answer some of yours as well. But yeah, I think that is pretty much all the time that I have for right now. Of course, I'm not going to go through every single block in the game. I just wanted to narrow it down a bit for you guys and for myself. But yes, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for hanging out with me today. And until next time, I am Lobo, and I will see you guys later.